As we should all know by now, the internet is filled with abysmal amounts of shit. Some funny to laugh at for how wrong they are, some that make you wonder why, is this person alive, and how, and lastly some things that make you want to kiss Smith and Wesson. The video we are looking at today makes me think of all of these things. As always, my name is NegaDoge and let us begin this pain together.
Well, I already know a bunch of people are going to come to this video just to give it a thumbs down and leave a nasty comment without even watching it.
Holy crap, we found a smart one. Don't run into those too often.
So if you are one of those people, I would challenge you to actually try listening to what I have to say. Basically, non-binary genders are real, but plenty of people out there still believe that they're not.
There always has been, and there always will be only two genders. Is it really that hard of a concept for you fucks to get through your thick skulls?
Someone who has a non-binary gender is neither strictly a binary man or a binary woman. They might be somewhere in between, their gender might be more fluid, or they might reject the concept of gender entirely.
You know, I have no harsh feeling towards the LGBT community. In fact, some of my close friends have come out to me as being gay or lesbian, and I still love them. I really wouldn't have an issue with people like this woman, Mrs. Riley J. Dennis, if people like her didn't shove their nonsensical bullshit down our throats. It is people like this that are giving the internet a bad name. I'm by no means a pillar of internet justice. But god damn it, if there is stupidity to be acknowledged, then there is stupidity to be destroyed. For some ungodly reason, people like Mrs. Dennis believe that there are more than two genders when biologically there are only two. But fuck reason, let's continue.
Non-binary people fall under the umbrella term trans, which refers to anyone whose gender doesn't match what they were assigned at birth. So for example, a woman who was assigned male at birth would be a binary trans woman, but a non-binary person can also be assigned female at birth. The opposite of this is cis or cisgender, which would be someone who was assigned male at birth and identifies as a man. So when I use the term trans, I mean binary transgender people as well as non-binary people, really anyone who isn't cis. And people who try to say that this isn't a legitimate thing are just...
I love how she says that people who acknowledge the two biologically based genders are wrong without giving any facts or logical beliefs to back that statement up. Again, another fail for social justice warriors. This is easily one of my favorite videos because of just how wrong this woman is. I have never seen something so stupid since Triggerlypuff. For some reason I could see her as being one of those people who go out in the streets chanting, "Not my president, not my president."
Wrong. One professor in Toronto recently refused to acknowledge any of his non-binary students by their proper names or pronouns. He said that when people deviate from the norm, they shouldn't be welcomed with open arms, but tolerated without too much aggression.
I need to buy that man a beer.
Often, the main thing I hear people cite to deny our existence is science. They say that you either have male parts or female parts.
There is literally no in between on that. You are either a man doing the fucking or a woman getting fucked, or you are a lonely person just getting fucked by the government. Hashtag nobody dies a virgin.
As someone who genuinely loves science, it sucks to see people trying to use it to erase the existence of others, especially when there is plenty of science to suggest the opposite. So here are 3 steps to acknowledging the existence of non-binary people.
Oh, here we fucking go. Everyone grab your brain buckets, cause shit is going to start leaking out of your ears.
Step number 1, recognize that sex and gender are not the same thing.
They are quite literally the same thing. Being a woman means you are of the female sex or female gender. Being a man means that you are of the male sex or male gender. Sex and gender are interchangeable terms for each other in that context, while in others are differ. For example, me saying that I'm of the male sex means that I'm saying I'm of the male gender, and me saying I'm going to sex this bitch up means I'm going to have a very active Friday night and wake up Saturday morning just wondering where the fuck I am.
Step number 2, recognize that it's normal for gender and assigned sex not to match.
Why the fuck did she put air quotes around match? That honestly makes no sense.
So if we can agree that sex and gender are different, then we should be able to agree that your gender and the sex you were assigned at birth might not match according to what our societal norms would have you believe.
That is quite literally what the ideal of transgender individuals is. As I stated earlier, I'm a supporter of all types of people including LGBT, as long as they are not as stupid as this bitch. Being transgender is defined by the Webster Dictionary as of, relating to, or being a person who identifies with or expresses a gender identity that differs from the one which corresponds to the person's sex at birth. I'm wondering what is Mrs. Dennis's IQ. I think you would need to get a quantum calculator to go that low.
So someone born with a penis could be non-binary, or someone born with a vagina could be a man. There is an infinite set of sexes and an infinite set of genders, and they can combine in any way.
I didn't know infinite was another way of saying two.
Step number 3. Recognize that people can identify outside of the binary. Alright, this last step is admittedly the hardest for a lot of people. I've even met binary trans people who deny the existence of non-binary people.
So you have had interactions with people who have brains. Good for you. Maybe you should go and buy one, because I'm noticing a severe lack of one. Based on this video alone. I cut out the remaining 3 minutes or so of the video where she just tries to back up her many illogical facts. To try and save you guys from this level of idiocy, this is possibly the last video that I will be doing on Mrs. Dennis. Yet with the constant rise of idiots there will possibly be another video on her and her broken ideology in the future. As a final note on the video, I can finally say that I understand the meaning of the saying opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one and 99% stink. Of course this video is basically my opinion on this topic, which for some reason keeps getting bigger and bigger every day regardless of the fact that there is literally nothing more to say. I want to thank everyone for watching. If you liked the video, please be sure to click the like button. If you want to see more of my content, then please subscribe, as I upload a new video 3 times a week, barring any unusual circumstances. Also, I have set up a Patreon for this channel and there is a link to it in the description. Again, thank you all for watching and have an amazing day.